to Destiny?
Yeah, absolutely. My brother is a programmer.
Jackie's brother is one of the programmers on. Did we know this?
We did. I walked
Okay,
in. I didn't
okay,
expect to
okay.
see him there, but I walked in. There he was.
It's all the Bungie team. All right, Luke and Eric, so you guys are here talking about the Taken King, now officially announced on the Sony stage. I was up there a couple weeks ago hanging out with you guys, talking about it. So Destiny fans, of course, you know, cannot get enough of this game. So tell us about Taken King. What this, you know, obviously this is I don't know if it's an expansion or it's a bigger than an expansion. It's sort of the next chapter in the Destiny saga. Tell us about, you know, what you guys wanted to do with this game. It was a chance to, obviously, with a little more time, to go back in and tweak some things in the Destiny experience. Obviously, new destinations. Tell us maybe about storytelling, 'cause that's something I think a lot of fans have wondered about, you know, how you guys are going to reapproach narrative in this.
Yeah, so I can tackle the first question pretty easily. We're considering it a major expansion, so it's really big, it's really meaty, it's going to give players that are playing a lot of the game a lot of reasons to keep coming back and keep playing new activities. And Taken King really begins with Oryx, which is our new villain. So Luke can talk about the setup for that. Luke's the creative director on the project. They've been working really hard to make sure that the storytelling is an evolution from what we've been doing in the past and is really focused this time around.
With a story focused on a strong villain like Oryx, it's an opportunity to do a couple of things. One, continue the story that players started in the Dark Below with battling Crota, and two, have this villain arrive as a result of the incident that took place in the Dark Below. Now, with respect to how we're telling stories, our priority moving forward with storytelling is about characters. We want to create and add interesting characters to the world and expand them. I think in the Dark Below you met Eris, and she was a character that people started to remember. And in House of Wolves you met two more characters, Varix and Petra. And I think that people are starting to see we care about the characters in this universe. And in what we're showing behind closed doors, there's some more characters to check out.
All right, very cool. Now, talk about new destinations. We saw a tease of a relatively large ship at the beginning of the trailer there. Tell us about that.
So that is Oryx, the Taken King's fortress, the Dreadnought. It is a brand new destination. It's a giant, like, sort of inscrutable loot-filled fortress, and you and your buddies are going to go in there in the campaign and find this guy.
Wow, that's cool. So new destinations, although, of course, being Destiny, it's you know, it's one big world, so you're going to be able to visit a lot of familiar destinations as well, right?
that foundation is still there, right? And so we're going to do some things to change and tweak this. So the arrival of Oryx actually brings a new army of enemies as well, called the Taken. And so these are combatants that are ripped out of our dimension, changed, then sent back in. And the really cool thing that we get to do with that is, like, when you fight like a Scion, for example, and it's been taken, its behavior's completely changed. So it really defies what you expect from that enemy. It really tweaks the way that you approach encounters. And of course, strikes and new story missions will take you through brand new geometry. You know, we know players want that novelty and they want that great storytelling, so we'll be able to do that as well. So, but yeah, to your first point, we have all this great foundational content, and Luke and his team's job is about, like, how do we use that? How do we make it better? How do we use that as existing storytelling channels? And then we're also going to have really fun stuff on the show floor based on fan feedback. So we've got hands-on with 4 multiplayer maps. We've got some objective-based Crucible play, which a lot of people have been asking for. And of course, a mode, Mayhem, that's going to show off the brand new supers, which the supers are just...
some of the supers that are teased in the trailer there.
I mean, they're kind of the thing that players are probably most excited about. Like, going to new places is awesome. Having new enemies to fight is awesome. But when we overdrive the character and give you brand new powers to unleash on these guys, like, that's kind of what the game's about. Like, building your monster-killing machine and taking them out into the world and doing it.
Yeah, we got like 20 days into a Warlock, and it was the thing that motivated me to start a Titan, right? That thermal solar, you know, hammer firing off. I'm like, man, I gotta get my hands on that.
You gotta get there, and I'm sure you did.
Well, internally, sure, but I want it on my guy. Like, my guy is so much more important than my internal guy, right?
Now, obviously, people want to know, Raid, what can we expect this time?
Well, I'm not going to talk at all about what's in the raid this time, but there is a raid this time, and it's going to be, I mean, it's our biggest raid yet. We're really excited about it.
Yet?
I don't want, so here's the thing. People want to talk about difficulty and how hard it is.
They want the challenge. They want to be watching, you know,
and if
streaming.
if I say, like, oh, it's our hardest raid yet, like, someone's just going to slap me with that as soon as the game comes out, and they're like, we beat it. And it wasn't that hard.
In 13 hours.
Like,
blindfolded.
Like, you can't gamble against the players. Like, the players are, no matter how difficult we make something, they're always going to find some incredible way to
human
beat
distributed computing network.
But they love, but they love that hive mind, loves to be challenged, and I'm sure Bungie is up for challenging.
It's going to be really fun to watch the raid firsts go up on streams. Those are always really cool to watch, to see how players tackle the challenges, and you know, there's the approach that we expect, and then there's what they actually do. So it's really cool to watch.
Can be very different sometimes. Now, this game obviously is going to be coming out in September, right?
Yep, September 15th.
September 15th, the Taken King. Now, how is this going to come out? I mean, obviously, if you own Destiny already, this will be sort of an expansion. How is it going to cost? How's it all going to work?
So there's two ways that we're approaching it. So if you're already playing Destiny and you have the Dark Below and you have House of Wolves, then you can get the digital upgrade for $40.
Okay.
And if you're brand new, if you've heard about it from a friend or you're waiting to get a PlayStation 4 and you want to jump in for the first time, we have the Legendary Edition SKU, and that has everything you need.
Okay.
So not only
First game, 2 expansions.
Destiny
main
1,
expansion.
yep, both packs, and then the Taken King, and of course it's got all the updates under the hood that we've made to the experience. So
wow.
you get the benefit of all the people that have played for the year and helped
Right.
us refine it and shape it and make it better, and everything that's influenced the decisions that Luke has made in the Taken King, you get that all rolled up, right?
How much is that?
That's $60.
Oh wow! So just price of a regular game.
Yeah,
you
it's
get
like
the
you
whole
get
thing.
you get everything from year 1,
Right.
and the Taken King, which begins year 2 for
Right.
$60.
Yeah, it's really important that as we begin year 2, we can keep the fan base all together, right? All these
Right.
players on the same story, on the same missions, they can all play together. We didn't want to come up with that, that world where you're in a fire team and you don't know who has
Right.
what, and who can go where and when, and like, oh, you're flashing right now because you can't go here. Like,
Right.
we want to just basically, level set
A
everybody
shared
from
world.
the same place. Exactly right.
Well, you guys have done an amazing job kind of updating Destiny, and the fact that we've got new content coming in September. I know the fans are excited to see it, and it was cool to see it for the first time tonight
Awesome.
on the PlayStation stage. Well, we'll see you guys over at the booth for some hands-on with Destiny.
We'll be there.
All right, thanks very much, guys.